I think what we're doing is new in civil society. Previously, the intelligence communities focused on human intelligence, signals intelligence, these kinds of things. Since satellite imagery cost has come down, we have been able to have more access to it. We're able to geolocate missile tests. We can see when there's a failure and when there's a burn scar on the ground. We can make assessments about the success or failure of a missile test to a degree because we can tell whether image has been altered. We can tell a little bit about the color of the flame. We can tell whether it's a solid motor or a liquid engine. We can also learn about what a warhead might look like. It has limitations though. We can't see what's inside that warhead. We can't see what's underground. So mostly we're doing the best we can with the information we have in the open source. But I think it's a new and powerful lever for the civil society to harness.
North Korea has test-fired another ballistic missile, this time landing.
I think there's always two audiences to any propaganda piece that's put out in North Korea, and one is the domestic audience. So Kim Jong-un is still a relatively new leader. He has almost no military experience, and he's very young. So I think one of those purposes is for these videos to show that he is scientifically and militarily able. And I think, even though I'm hedging a little bit around the edges of what we can and can't do with open source imagery interpretation, we're in a world now where we have to take them seriously. I think open source, particularly in the hands of civil society, is a very powerful equalizer. We used to be in a world where someone could hold up a bottle of anthrax and say, look, WMD. We're now in a space where we can crowdsource satellite imagery. At the time of the Iraq War, the cost of satellite imagery was much, much greater. There was less capability in the open source. There was less social networking. There was less ability to consume and analyze data points. Today, we can do social network analysis on social media accounts. We can do social network analysis on trade data. We can build 3D models from 2D parade photos. We can analyze satellite imagery. We can do all of these things in the open source, using open source information for free or relatively low cost. And that means that today we face a world where it would have been much harder to go to war as we did back in 2003.